This is Garth 217 with my intro to my live stream. This is being recorded and it'll be on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, hey, hi. Cool, that was fun. Let's see who's first to get you. I'll try and verbalize all that's happening so that the YouTube video isn't lame. Otherwise you can't really understand what's going on. Sup, you changed your name back. Oak, didn't you change your name a week? Did you change your name? Sup, Daniel likes apple juice. Oh wait, does that? Hold on, it's the same person. What? But when you arrived, it didn't say that name. It said the other name, your old name. Strange, hey? Well, it's probably just a temporary glitch. Sup, Daniel? Tando, sup? Hello, hello. Welcome. Oh no, just accidentally loaded. Oh, the other one. Strange. Anyway, hello everyone, happy Sunday, hope everyone's having a wonderful time. I'm not sure where in the world you are. What? What do you mean I'm kind? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I don't even know where you're from. Like, what have you witnessed? When I gave Earth another 2,000 years to evolve. Wait, which time was I kind? When I made a point of using my flashlights, I wouldn't stand on snails. Which time? I'm kind a lot. Or when I helped that ant out of the toilet. What are you talking about? Sup, unwell? You will never know. I don't know. How are you? For me to know, for you to find out. You'll never know. I know everything. I do know everything. But otherwise, I'm great. Sorry, I'm great. Sorry, I don't know why I used your name against you. B-man, sup? Hello. I love the new system at the top because you can see how many people are like chilling and how many people are new. Wat weet jy? Ek weet allemaal, alles. Praat Afrikaans, ek kan nie. I thought you said you know everything. I do. Speak Dutch. I can't speak Dutch. I know everything. Like, what I mean is I know the origin of everything, okay? Sup, dude? Senior Sabotage. Hello. How's your Sunday going? What? Poker Facebook? What? Question mark. Poker Facebook. What? I raise you. Oh, Poker Face. Okay. Weird. Poker Face. Sup, Bulldogs? Sup, bro? How's your day going? Oh, digging your videos, by the way. I watched your the introduction video. I mean, not the introduction, the advice on how to get your numbers up. Great. Sound advice. Caroline and Josh, of course. Sup, Josh? Sup, Caroline? Oh. Good times never do. I need to put Josh's name to the Oh Caroline song. Josh and Caroline. Caroline. Sup? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, Caroline and Josh. Oh, rad. Definitely, Daniel, definitely. Basically, there is no such thing as evil. Meaning, that which is above 50% light or karma knows itself to be the singularity and to be the whole universe, won't do anything against itself. You know what I'm saying? And so, when you're at balance and below, you will assume there are other. And that the way in which the universe recreates its moment is faster than the perception of those who are below 50% light. So they think there's others, and they will hurt and steal and do the things that basically they wouldn't want done to themselves. But they believe at that point the world has told them that's the only way to get ahead, you know. And that's it, basically. So fourth dimension is time and space. It's where your unconscious self dances with its conscious self. And if you want to basically get out of the fourth dimension into the fifth, where it's just yourself, then you must basically not sin. And sinning comes from the Hebrew word to forget your divine origin, or your singularity, or the fact that you're a hologram, or that where two or more gather, there you are. There. That's it. So evil actually doesn't exist. And then you go, oh yeah, but they did this and this. Yeah, they did what to what? In other words, there's a flower of life thing that feeds into itself. And you find that beings that are having negative experiences and the ones doing them are back ends of themselves. So you end up facilitating your own experience with yourself in another. So you can reincarnate simultaneously. In fact, once you get down to it, you are everybody. You've reincarnated simultaneously. And once you get big enough time scales, it all becomes a fabric and not actual my lifetime, my lifetime. Or you look at another person as a lifetime. You look at them as the fabric of your own eternity. Aha, two more gathered. There I am. Thanks, Daniel. I love that topic, by the way. It's No, so there is no evil, no. So even the judgment wouldn't, a person above 50% light wouldn't call it evil. They'd call it the person's journey back to self. And that they're only going to keep what they put out. So, you know what I'm saying? And so the thing that is the evil that's being done to the being that experiences it has that karmic balance. It needs that experience to forgive itself, to transcend that paradigm. In other words, you couldn't be murdered if you hadn't murdered something. You know what I'm saying? And so it happens simultaneously outside of the fourth dimension. All your past and future lifetimes are happening simultaneously. And that's the fabric. That's the fabric of eternity, basically. Senior sabotage. Oh no, what do you mean you got robbed? Yo, sup, Jody? Is it McDermott? Yeah, it is. Sup, Jody McDermott? Hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm 41, but I'm turning 42 this month. Pretty cool. Sup, Full Dog? Shop for sharing my live, bro. And again, Full Dogs, really, hats off to you for the... Sup, bro? I'm really good, Full Dogs. But yeah, cool videos on because your advice is sound. It's great advice. As in, the consistent uploading, all the points you pointed out, basically. As in, I think, yeah, you were on my For You page. Definitely, that's where I spotted it. That's a great question. So she just left right now to go fetch her friend. Her friend's been visiting for the last month, so that's why she hasn't been streaming on Sundays. So she's been going to her friend, so now they're coming there. So I'll ask her to live stream, say that you guys really want to see her and that she must maybe live stream with her friend. You can meet her friend and meet her. She's had a kid, that kind of thing. And then there's another two friends coming over. There's a bunch of people coming over now. I'm not that sociable, so I probably won't even I might pop in and say hi, and then probably just live stream the rest of the day or play my card game I'm playing at the moment. I'm playing, it's a Cartoon Showdown. Is that what it's called? It's really good. It's got Futurama and it's a card game, and you can upgrade the cards and you get legendaries and epics and Bob's Burgers and all that stuff. Hello everybody that's here. I know it's slightly more people than normal. Yeah, no, definitely. I want to be live most of the day. But thank you. I'll definitely get her to go live, and I'll let you know that she's live. I'm going to be on live as well. And thank you for that. You rock. You're a legend of a human. It's cool to, you know what I mean? It's really nice that people want to see other people, and it's nice to be liked and to be, And I promise you, if you actually look at your own, sit and be quiet and look at your own life, how much you've given and taken, you'll see it's balanced. It is you. And that's how literally the one being created the many to perceive the illusion of basically they being other is hilarious. So once you get that, you can just start giving away what you love. And then eventually it just starts to flow back at you in such a, you become basically a nexus hub of infinite potential. Oh, one time, Daniel. Sleep well, eh? Have sweet astral dreams about, I don't know, cool things and beautiful horizons. Is that Swana? I was going to say Swanapool, but it's not. It's Swanapool. Ooh, imagine that's the actual surname. You put it into, I don't know, you somehow get that into school. But you say it's pronounced differently. It's actually Swanapoes. Swanapoes. It's Italian. It's Italian. It means the singing swan of the poise. That'd be funny. And you got teachers to write it, and eventually became your name, and then as soon as you get to high school, you're like, no, it's actually pronounced, and you say it the way it's actually pronounced. And at that point, they can't be like, no. You just make a point of naming yourself something that there's another kid with the same name, so they have to use your surname. Shot, man. You're awesome too, bro. That's actually, sorry, bro. Ladies don't like to be calling bro. Sorry, it is Yachts. Janita, Erasmus, sorry. Sorry. And some girls don't mind be calling bro or dude, do they? That really doesn't bother them. I had a friend who actually went through a transition from male to female, and then I was still in the habit of calling her dude, and then it didn't go down so well. I was a bit like, oh, don't call me dude. Like, sorry, lady. Chima, sup? Oh, thank you. Sure, Chima boy. I love you too. And you rock up at my house like 2 days from now and said, you love me. I mean, I meant it as in like mutual respect love, not like, oh, I want you to drop what you were doing and find me. Yo, it's 18 minutes to 11 in the morning. Sunday morning. Thank you, Brayden. So it's basically just photos that I've collected. Yo, Rihanko, thank you so much. Just so you know, you were my top gifter yesterday. So that's pretty cool. Good morning. I'm saying your name right, eh? When I say Rihanko Liebenberg. Sup, dude? Thank you so much. And thanks for the gifts yesterday as well. Sup, Caitlin? So yeah, yesterday was Halloween officially, right? And now it's November. Now I need to make a decision. Do I grow a moustache for November? Because then I can't really do the faces. But then, you know, I could do funny characters with a moustache. And thanks so much for the pumpkins. Okay, oh, here we go. I didn't see the new cat thingies. Okay. Oh, whoa, do you guys see the witch? No ways. See, how's TikTok being greedy, if you think about it? Like, the witch is the highest amount, and you know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, we're gonna do the Halloween thing, and it's like, for our thingy spenders, and then, and if you want, you can spend way too much. I mean, how much would that cost? Like 3,000. You're looking like 30, what is that? That's $10. No, the 20 is the $10, so it's like $15. So it's $45 to buy a witch. That's crazy. You know, is that the price of an Xbox? No. Yeah, it is. It is. Xbox S. It is, isn't it? No, that's $200. $300, not $45. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Sup, bulldogs? I don't know. Oh, it'd be so cool when I get there. So it'll be on this side here. It'll be down here, not the 3 dots. Or is it the 3 dots that you push? Because I've got the other thing. And I've got admin settings. Ooh, what's admin settings? That's just the muting and stuff. Yeah, that's moderators, muting. Nah. Hi, Jason. Sup, Jason? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Headlock. Sup? Sup, Headlock? Yo, bro. Hope you're having a fantastic day. It's way more social. It's way more social to put people in a headlock. Headlock. Let go of your headmaster. No. Why you do that? I don't know. It's antisocial, I guess. Who are you anyway? Oh, somebody. I'm a somebody. Sup, Jason? Oh, Jason, I was talking to your headlock, as you know, and then I also was laughing, saying hi to you, Jason. Hope you're having a nice day, Jason. And Shot for saying thanks for yeah. I don't know if there's anyone else out there who doesn't. That's Afrikaans, by the way. It's a South African language, and Joe means you, and then NAAI means like the reproductive act. Did I say it nice enough? Is it all below the radar? As in, like, you know. So basically, I'm the F word. But the action. But it's actually, I can't translate it properly because in Afrikaans it's actually way more descriptive and beautiful. Thanks, Caitlin. Yo, are you shouting out to Tiny? Can I shout out to Tiny? I want to shout out to Tiny too. Yo, this is good. 17 also shouting out to Tiny. Think you can be the only one? Jason, always. Because that's, if you think about Jason, that's a great way to test somebody. Like, if they're above 50% karma. Because if they're not, they can be like, oh, what you said to me? What you said to me? But if they laugh, then you know the person's like, they've figured it out. They figured out everybody is there and don't take offense. And probably, actual existence is that, you know, we were born into sin. So I'm technically, and I'm basically screwing myself, if you know what I'm saying, in the moment. So technically it's true. You know, my nature is that. Not that I want to be it, but it's true. I can meet you in the middle on the statement, put it that way. Do a backflip, no worries. Hold on. Yo, absolutely, Kate. And no, I did dodge a bullet. Seriously. But are we talking about like are we talking about like in ex-girlfriends of mine that I managed to not end up with? What are we talking about? Like which bullets? So I had dodged quite a few bullets in my life. Miquel! Yo, dude! Top of the morning to you. I assume it's your morning. How's it going, dude? Miquel. I don't know, Caitlin, as in she just left to go fetch a friend, and then she's me back. Well, she's good, but I'm not sure she is right now. And then she's gonna be done, and then she might go live with a friend. It'll be pretty cool. I think it'll be cool. But then I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. So that's why she hasn't been live the last 2 Sundays because her friend's visiting for like a month or so. Dun 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 dun. Sup me up for Ferreira. I was watching my live because this gets recorded, it goes onto YouTube. And I do that thing a lot on top, like it's basically because I'm drinking coffee and talking and not breathing properly. I'm always getting like weird little gas moments. But if you don't know, it's like what's he got a Twitch or something? Because it happens regularly-ish. I hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday out in the world. Oh, that was weird. Oh no, Caitlin! Like how so? Like Fluey again. Oh, Caitlin! Caitlin, I found this amazing channel. I'm actually going to tag you if you don't mind, Caitlin, in your channel. Basically, and obviously I'm not putting Asperger's together with autism, but basically if you're on the spectrum, and this girl, autism, and it's not, basically, we've got these like textbook examples of what we think autism is and what someone with Asperger's is going to be like, and it's like, no, she's I say she's normal. So you basically, if you just heard her speak and she just interacted and she never told you that, you would never get it. And that's the problem. The majority of people haven't been diagnosed as being on the spectrum. And she goes through a checklist. Man. Basically, every human is a unique creature and need to understand themselves. And if they don't, they're going to get forced to get pushed into the collective world. And their genius is going to get wasted. They're going to have their energies basically depleted in a way that they wouldn't do naturally. So then they're going to have, excuse the language, but spaz outs, basically, where their cognitive energy is going to run out and they're just going to basically lose it. And a lot of people have these, like, suddenly get upset that the bin stinks and they clean the house or whatever. Basically, the majority of us are on the spectrum of some kind. And it's like the 4/5 that didn't get into tertiary education, that didn't do the schooling thing, they are probably spectrum. And this girl goes around explaining it. And this is still stuff that they're discovering now and figuring out now will be mainstream 10 years from now. And basically, the autistic gene is actually an evolutionary jump that makes a person want to specialize and look for originality. And so, if they're not allowed to, if that gene gets suppressed over and over again in many generations, you're eventually going to have a person who's going to be stifled. But basically, it's amazing people are the people on the spectrum, and they need to study themselves, understand themselves, and embrace themselves. Because if they have a inner dialogue that says that there's something wrong with them, they're not going to flower. They're not going to discover themselves. Basically, definitely alien culture. Culture headlock. Culture comes about by symbolic resonance. Basically, self-understanding is going to happen. We're going to create art using the shadows and the light of what we understand about nature, and therefore culture will come about by the arts. You know what I'm going to say? Sciences, but those sciences are metaphors, and that art is a metaphor for what the society lacks, so that it ends up building learning aids for itself. That's why art, there's sacred geometry. The great painters have put sacred geometry in it, because that's one of the things we didn't understand: the anatomy of the soul in its environment. I think so, definitely. 90s glitch! You rad. You the best. Takes the best to recognize the best. Yo, shake and bake. Sup, bro? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope you're in the daytime now, later in the day. Mia, cheerio. See you on the roundabout. Sup, anonymous boy. Sup, bro. Top of the... Well, it's my morning at the moment, but yeah, I was going to say, I want to say top of the morning to you. Retro shift. And I think everyone's waking up to that now. Like, I'll explain this to people 40, and then someone who's 30 is like, yeah, I get it. I know what I'm living inside of. I know it's all artificial simulation. I am me, and I'm Smith, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. Because I've spent 20 years to ground all this understanding. Apex Fox. I was looking at a cat yesterday and thinking, obviously I've read it on the internet, but that a fox is basically a dog with dog hardware with cat software. Or was it cat software with dog hardware? Okay. Okay, retro. So, what's his name? Yo, Rihanko, thank you. Thank you. I think it's right, Rihanko. Yeah, it's definitely shot so much for the panda. And then what I'll probably do, if you've got content, I'm not sure if you've actually got videos that you do. I haven't too familiar with your channel. Oh, you must have content. Because I'm thinking you got a shout out for yesterday. If you left us today as well, then I'll do like a duet and a shout out. Hey, Ja Hesse. How do you pronounce that? Ja Hesse. Sup? How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. Kashif. Yeah, Kashifa. Sup? Shop for the follow. Thank you. First things first, I'ma say. Sup? Oh, brilliant, Jade. Fantastic. So what happened? Did you like misspelling or it doesn't matter, I suppose. Oh, brilliant. Nice. And then I always repeat the name. I was like, is that right? Let me re-say it. Cool. Adam's apple. Hello. That's actually profound. Because the Garden of Eden, you ate the apple. That was supposed to be the bad thing. Yet Jesus says it's not what goes into your mouth, but what goes out of your mouth that defiles you. Hence, there's probably a resonator here that makes you unconscious of your divinity. So your actual speech is probably sin. Well, you wouldn't need to talk if you could see perfection. Anyway, which means your conversation is the translation of the collective unconscious. Which means if you listen to yourself, you'll actually listen to wisdom. Actually, wow. If you could, but you have to break it down to singularity, not in its literal, not in its metaphor, in its translation about eternity. You know. Okay, Jade. Yeah, I remember Lavish Brush very well. Nice. How are you? How's your day? How's your day going? Whoa, shot, Rihanko. Shop for the pumpkins. I wonder how long they're going to keep the pumpkin and the things happening. You know what I mean? Because it's November now. Yeah. It's end of October. 30. Yesterday was not the 31st. Was yesterday 31st? I still don't know what has 31 and 30 in. And the knuckle thing doesn't help me at all. Well, that's probably February. March. Yeah, probably. That's why you're telling me that June, July both have us. As in both have 31. I don't know about that. Awesome, Jade. Rad. I'm really like super duper. I'm super. And I've been in Scanner with this Iron Man running out Genie and that other dude, and then that the thing, and the waitress is like, "How you guys doing?" And he's like, "I'm super great." And he's like, "Not me. I suffer from things no one should have to suffer from." Like, this is the two contrasting answers. I'm terrible. That's the thing. So it is Movember now. So I was thinking of doing the whole like don't shave my mustache, grow a mustache, or what's his name. I have to do more like weird quirky characters and less faces. Well, Halloween, we don't really do any Halloween here, really. Jade, like, as in, it's been good, I guess. I mean, it was a blue moon last night, wasn't it? Which is the last one of the something, I don't know. No, we don't, I'm in South Africa, Cape Town, we don't really, they're trying to do it. Yeah, basically South Africa does, but it doesn't. It's like the next generation is, and they're bringing it in. I remember it was end of 90s, 2000, that it kind of picked up enough momentum for enough kids to go, cool, we're doing that. And so it's picking up momentum, like every 5 years or so, more and more kids are. It'll become a part of our culture eventually. Like 10 years from now, it'll probably be standard. Although South Africa is not the best place to go door to door, asking for things. That's the thing. So Rihanka, I've actually got pictures of myself with a moustache. Before I started TikTok last year, I had a beard, and when I shaved it off, I shaved it and left the moustache for a while just for fun. It actually looks quite funny. Actually, I think I'll probably do the Movember thing then. Hey, sup, Eastern Cape. Sup, Jade. Nice. Schnoish. Yeah, I'm in Cape Town. Yanko, thank you. Shot so much, man. Shot. Thank you. I wonder if everyone's familiar with the word shot now around the world, because there are enough TikTokers from South Africa saying shot. It basically means thank you, just with slang. I said it so many times before I registered that it wasn't internationally translated. Colson Payne. Oh, Colson Payne. That's right. Colson. Sup, Tatum. Sup, Elizabeth. Wolf Ace. First things first. Awesome, Jade. So cool. Although, I mean, yeah, definitely my videos, because it was like September last year that I started, but I didn't do any lives last year. I think I did one in December, and then nothing until like March. And then from April, this has been my full-time mission. Shot for sharing the live. Thanks. Thank you so much. Sappy Elizabeth is back. King George. Innocent. Yakana. Okay. Yeah, and then in December I was only on like 80,000 followers, like 70,000 followers. Sup, Juice World! Sup! Yeah. And then, at April, as the lockdown started getting going, that was when I hit the 100k mark. Yeah. And those last 7 days, I had another viral video that hit 500,000 in like 7 days, and that kind of gave me another 10,000 followers. So, sorry, probably me going, like, I have these little stare moments. In the beginning when I started getting live, I was like, hey, what if I just do this? You know, to like, people like basically came past the live, and they'd be like, what is he doing? But then everyone just ended up leaving because they thought the thing was glitching. And I was trying to do little faces, you know. Sup, Juice World. Life's good. Good. Yourself? How's your life going? How's life treating you? Sup, Official Skullfish. Sup, Sandy. Xander Schultz. The person died. Innocent. Is it innocent? Innocent. Yakekana. Yeah, that's right. Okay, world. So it's holding its course. Life's holding its course. Sup, Rudy. Joey. Follow. Shot Joey. So it's Bambi, Thumper. Who's the third one? I couldn't remember. I was falling asleep the other night. I was like, Thumper, Bambi. Who's the third gangster in that little group of people? In that group of 3 that roam around. There's definitely a third being. Bambi's thing and then Thumper. I keep getting a bear, but there isn't a bear. Yeah, I do. Juice WRLD, I make money from TikTok. Yo, Wrestler likes your cut, G. That's pretty cool. So Wrestler, I was just looking at your videos or I was thinking about you just now. Like I was on TikTok, I either saw your video or I saw a comment, and then I was thinking, like Wrestler likes your cut, G. Is that like, as in me, my haircut, or is it just a general statement? Yo, Sandy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm doing really good. Thanks for saying those kind words, though. I'm getting better now. Agree with your cool statement. And yourself? Definitely, that's definitely, Jade. That's where it's at. That's where I'm headed. So my phone, it's a Samsung Galaxy Prime. I'm getting the A21, and I want to win because it always gets delayed. Definitely. As in Juice WRLD, definitely a run-of-the-mill statement. Oh, it's a general statement as far as I see it. Oh, yeah, yeah. So basically when the gifting happens, I think if you were here just now, but when the gift, that's basically dollars. And then there's also merch as well, and you know. And there's actually so much to explain about how it works and why it's actually able to actually make money off of it. I've explained it so many times that it feels like bad, I don't know, weird repeating myself. No degree, no. So basically my whole thing was second bottom of the class, super like not interested in school. Really, but then it got me in trouble because like at an early age I got an IQ test and I scored like the highest, and so the teachers were always like angry with me basically because I wouldn't participate. But then, so and out of school I started my self-education vision quest, like learning about basically I reprogrammed myself. So no, not at all. Basically, degrees, society is changing too quickly to have try to invest in a career or this. You want to basically learn yourself, and you want to learn yourself in relation to knowledge, and you want to learn the internet, and then you want to self-educate. So like you want to go do like a Photoshop course on the side, then you want to go study photography for 3 months, and then you want to go and learn how to do sales funnels, and then you want to adapt in this world. I would never. And also, I wouldn't be as intelligent if I hadn't done the adapting thing. The way I learn enhances itself naturally. Like you're always learning things in relation to other things, and they enhance each other. And that's because of when I went in self-study as reality, I learned that it was a hologram, that every part mirrored every other part. So it becomes like a really lazy way to learn, which is part of my thing. I'm super lazy. Definitely, Jade. There's definitely people asking to play the Call of Duty, so I'll definitely be doing that. And then Xbox will be what we get first. But I'm getting that phone because I can then game on my phone initially. Bulldogs, nice. I can tell Bulldogs because there's the thing at the top there, which is really nice. I can see like who's been here the longest, who's that kind of thing. Gerald Boosk, when it come to sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. Sounds rad. But I'm good. I'm not really like a social person really actually. Like I find people like in social settings just like rudimentary and repetitive, and it doesn't pollinate my self-discovery. There we go. It doesn't pollinate my self-discovery at all. In fact, it like numbs it down. I don't know, Jade. Like I think like I want to go live most of today, but then when my wife gets home, then I might stop and offer to go get some snacks at the shop or something. So definitely another half an hour, because then I don't want to do them longer than an hour and a half each, so that I can download it and upload it. That's so funny, Joe. Yeah, man, isn't you were the one that just mentioned now that you like smoking spliffs and stuff? Yeah, I was about to say. Have you seen that one page on Facebook where the guy's like, if you eat just one if he like basically talks about it like, but I must even say the word just in case it gets me in trouble. But basically, they talk about it like from a point of view of not knowing it, and then they'll put up pictures of like, I don't know, like sticky buttons, and then ET, and be like, so you think it's okay to do this? I don't know. I can't even actually talk about it because I can't mention that stuff. Anyway, yes, yeah, I'm South African. Definitely. Yeah, that we were just talking about that now, Joe. Were you listening to when I spoke about that? The thing is, Joe, everybody is. That's the thing. There's this channel, I don't know if you were on, it's on TikTok. There's a girl, I'm sure I knew her name. And she's basically autistic. But what I'm trying to say is, you would never say so. So, basically, everybody's on the spectrum to some degree. Everybody's got basically a unique aspect to themselves that they need to self-discover. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, absolutely. I am definitely on the spectrum. But I mean, never diagnosed. That's the thing. And so in the 80s and the 90s, no one was, no one was diagnosed. You're going to see all your actors and all your famous artists and musicians all on the spectrum, basically. Your Kanye Wests, all of them guaranteed on the spectrum. And like they needed to do that kind of work, or they could have fitted into any other thing. And if you look at the autistic gene, it's about, and it developed 10,000 years ago, and it's about novelty, basically. The individual needs to find, it can't go do the crops with everybody else. It'll drive you insane. And of course you want that. You want the organism going out of its comfort zone. So you want certain shooting stars, your Van Goghs, etc. So it's guaranteed that the great artists and the great people, probably half poets, are all autistic as well, or on the spectrum to whatever degree. Which is, it's an autistic gene, amongst other things. As we study this, we're going to realize that there's different ways of translating the same state, and that it's actually a benefit to the collective. Because right now, the collective is like, how can you join in with what the collective's doing? What? Getting ourselves into self-debt. What? We're building our economy, it's beautiful. That kind of thing. Everything's about that, for the most part. Okay, but I went back now, and someone just said it. Like, who was the one that was talking about the stuffs? That's weird. Sorry about that. Jail the Beast, sorry. Jail the Beast. Oh, the man. Okay, they got names and then there's. Cheerio. Jade, all my lives go to my YouTube channel now. So if you, not that it's the same, because the writing isn't there. Yo, wrestler, sup? Super chill. Yo, Spencer, I'm seeing the part with the pandas. Thank you so much. I mean, the pumpkins. Pumpkin is a panda pumpkin. Shorty, like a melody in my head. Dun-dun-dun, singing each day. Wrestler. Yeah, no, which one? I don't know. Okay, cool. Joe gets it. Wrestler, I hope so. I don't know. Everyone's asking for it. So when she gets home, I'll ask her. Tell her she must with her. But she's got a friend coming over, so that's where she's now. She might be home already. I think I heard something outside. Shame, Jade. Who is it? Is it Juice WRLD? Or... That was Juice WRLD, yeah. No, that was Triple X Tenacion. Is that how you pronounce say his name? I don't know. Joe, what time? I can't believe you got so famous that one time. When? Oh, do you mean with the... And then everyone was memeing it, so it was everywhere. Yeah. So it got me into the collective psyche. Ah, there we go. Oh, wrestler's guessing. I'm guessing. It was an OMFG song, I think. But it could have been the... There were two last year that got the, like, to 1 million. In fact, almost spilled there. That is the one video with the... Yo! What's a good read? Mr. T1! What's up, dude? It's been so long. But what's a good read? You didn't say anything else before that. Have you been here this whole time and then not got... I know, yeah. Check that. The new Xbox is out. It's crazy. As in, yeah. Stefan! Hello. Okay, Wrestler, I'm way behind. So all I got to now is the OE part. Wrestler gets saved. Joe the Manhole. Actual name is... its actual name is my username. Oh. Yo, Sean Ho! Hey. Cause who's like you run around with Grinches like me when the sun comes down? I need a who like you, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Joe, that's so funny. That's so cool. And the one thing is, I always wondered, I was like, Wouldn't it be cool if they could just use my videos and make me a meme? In other words, it'd be a really good, like, it'd be like a free ride to, you know, awareness about me. Yeah, is that cup in your merge? That's short merge. Sorry, I missed out on that whole meaning. Okay, T1. I don't think it's T1. I don't think it's there. I missed nothing basically. And so what happens is sometimes I don't know if you even know, but TikTok will just not put your message through. Okay, now I'm reading all the messages going up. The project, Jaden, Tion. There, no, you joined and then it said it's a good read. Damn, okay, I'm gonna go right to the catch up and then I'm gonna go back to see if there's anything I missed. Awesome, Jay, check you later. Little P1, sup? Okay, cool. So the T1, it didn't, yeah. You join and then it says, I wrote the title. What's a good read? So basically, I collected like a third of them are postcards that I collected at this venue called Pickwick's, Mr. Pickwick's. It's like a diner place in Cape Town that myself and my wife used to host comedy at. And then I went to a photo development place. Ooh, T1. Did you just message? Oh, you just messaged me. That's so cool. I got it as a message now. Anyway, so then I went to the photo development place, a Fujifilm, and then a lot of people would get their photos developed from overseas, like Taj Mahal, and then basically if there were really cool photos, like a otter on a beach over here, and I'd get copies, and then like at the top there's all these sunsets all over the world. And so then eventually I got a camera. I bought a camera because I worked there, and then I became a photographer, and then some of the photos of me as well, and then it's just photos that I've collected over the years. Do you have merch like hoodies, shirts? Oh, merch. It's auto-correcting to merge. So yeah, merch I definitely do. And it's the link in my bio. It will take you to all my stuff. It's quite cool. We actually sold, like, we lost track of the merch we were selling. And then we ended up cashing out TikTok. And there was more money than it was supposed to be. And I was like, why is there so much money? And I was like, oh, the merch money. Rad. Gaming stuff. Sup, dude. Shop for being so awesome. Thanks. Yay. Shot. Yeah, I saw that. It was T1. I thought, check it out. Oh, there's another topic. What is it? Is it Jim Carrey's autobiography? Is it memoirs and thingy? Is it like, oh no, wrestler. Sorry, I'm so stupid. Sorry. So no. So I got sent 6 mugs and this hoodie by West Clothing. Yeah, that's separate. And then he chose. Funny enough, T1 is actually the guy's name. Funny enough, that owns West Clothing. But then he basically printed like Jim Carrey faces on some, just basically a bunch of Jim Carrey things, and then even printed my thing on the one, and there's a mask on the other one. It's really cool. No, it's cool. I think it was a corrector. The thing corrects it sometimes. There we go, Mr. T1. There we go. So now, okay, cool. So now, there we go. And so yesterday, for the first time, I discovered a TikTok account of a girl who's got, let's just say on the spectrum. She says she's got autism. And then just when she explains how she manages her energies and how through self-study she's diagnosed and understood herself. So she's completely functional, better than functional. Yeah, you probably got the gist of it. It's funny that you read a book about a person from that point of view. So what it is society didn't have a way to define it and to enhance it and embrace it. And then the ones that have been lucky enough, the ones on the spectrum that are in the right position, will become your artists and your, fascinating. Thank you. The song I'm thinking of. No, definitely, it was OMFG. It was Hello or something. It was either Hello, I Love You, and it's from, I think, Minecraft originally, or from Roblox game. Although I originally found it on YouTube. Shot, dude. I love catching those. Thank you so much. Sup, Boogie Nights. Sup, Eric. Hello. Josh, hello. Sup? User 0. Hey. Sup again, Josh? Shopper sharing the live. Oh, really? Hey, Biggie Nights, thank you. Shout. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you, Biggie Nights. And then who's the other gifter? Rienko. I'll definitely, don't worry. As in, you definitely mocked it. Anyone who gifts and then I say I'm gonna do shout. Doesn't matter if someone else pops along and then out gifts. I'll do shout out for both of you guys. Joel, what exam is it? What subject matter? Biggie Nice, thank you so much for that. And how are you? A place with happy pills. What about it? That's just the name of like a creative collective on TikTok, but it really was like a name of like a comedy meme page. Just a name, really. You know, we're gonna put things into it. So at the moment, it's basically 18 creators on TikTok. Boogie Wonderland. Boogie Nights, thank you so much. I hope you've been good. I hope like life's been treating you well. Boogie Wonderland. Josh, ask me how I am. How I'm good though. That's what you ask me. Like, what's the word? How are you? How are you? I'm terrible, Josh. I suffer from a perpetual need to enhance and elevate my moods and thoughts. Me, I don't like iPhone. I'm gonna get a Samsung A21. Yeah, I don't like iPhone. How are you today, me? I hope you're having a good day. Josh, weekend was good. I mean, my whole life's the same day, so. Now, last Wednesday, look, me and my wife both lost Wednesday. Wednesday happened. Because I count my week by, my wife has to go to work so many times before I get to spend like the week and a half, a day and a half with her. So I count the days like, oh, it's day 1, day 2. Okay, cool. Just 2 more days and then she gets to spend the time off kind of thing. And we lost Wednesday. Like I was thinking, because we have a thing in South Africa called Wacky Wednesday. Burgers are half price. And then I was like, we do Wacky Wednesday. And I was like, but it's Thursday. But how did it get to Thursday? And so we both had that experience. And my wife was also like, yeah, I also lost Wednesday. Pretty cool, right? We might have time traveled by accident. Well, not really time travel, just phase shifted to a parallel version of now. That's what time travel actually is. Time and space are the same thing. We experience them differently because we've been conditioned to resonate with them a certain way. There we go. Wow. So much wisdom. Surprise! Hello. Boogie, you still here? Oh, Boogie. Boogie Nights, say something to me. I find that to be the weirdest thing. People pop on, drop a bunch of gifts, and then go. I'm like, what? Boogie, I don't see your picture. Where are you? T1's here, Wrestler's here, Full Dog's here. Someone's here. No, I didn't hear the Eddie Van Halen. Oh no, I did hear that. No, I did hear that Eddie. And then did you hear that Sean Connery died? Mish money. Diamonds are forever, but not human life. It's been a bit too soon. Not right. Mish money penny. There'll be none of that. There'll be none of that, Mish money penny. No, Josh, no. No, they won't. This is Cape Town. They're not going to go knocking on doors here. They get kidnapped. It's not safe. Not really. It's lame. But no, it isn't. We haven't got full blown Halloween here. It's only like symptoms of it. That's so cool, Bryce. Yeah, Van Halen was great. Yeah, Van Halen's got some great music. Don't they sing Moonbeam? No. Moon was that Van Brown Eyed Girl? Wait, that's somebody else. That's Van Morrison. Anyway. Exactly. T1, exactly. Whoa, are you also SA Gang? Rad! Egg. I love eggs. I like eggs. That's so cool. Nice. Make sure I give you a follow. Give you a follow. Hey, nice. You're approaching 1,000. It's funny, those are the teachers that are those are teachers. Those are songs that I'm not familiar with. Do they sing "Jump for Your Love"? Jump in. They don't sing that song. That's the thing. That's the thing. So that's what I'm trying to say. Is like most people think that, or they think They do the England, Australia, maybe. I don't know why. But yeah, South African. That's the thing. Yeah, Cape Town. Well, some people recognize. I was on SA's Got Talent in 2015 and Idols in 2012. So some people are like, "Hey, weren't you that Jim Carrey guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, there aren't many of us." Wow, that's so cool. Laughter kills fear. Without fear, there can be no faith. That's deep. Without fear, the devil there is. Ooh. Yeah, Josh, did you see that? Weird, right, Josh? So you were around when Caitlin said it, and then, but why? How did she say it? Where did she get it from? Like, they say that the Xbox X Series fridge, and then they went and made one. I saw the video like a week ago or 4 days ago now. So I thought Caitlin was joking or just making stuff up or whatever, but they must have come from some concept. T1, definitely. But that's what's supposed to happen. Eventually, everything's supposed to collapse into a singularity, and all definition is self. What? They're really epic keyboard lick. What? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much no need for God. Which is, yeah. It's a learning thing. It's a learning, the concept. It's a concept. A concept. Ah, shot! Thank you. As in dog. I should actually say who I'm talking to. Dog. 311. You too stay awesome. Fellow South African. T1, see you now. No, I do know Eddie Van Halen, but tell me the song. Is it Moon? Was it Moon? Well, am I thinking of? It's either Van Morrison or Van Halen. I'm getting them mixed up. Because of Van Halen, Van Morrison. Yeah, I'm mixing those two up. Who sings Brown Eyed Girl? That's Van Morrison. Who sings? That's Black Sabbath. No one told me about her. Na 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 na. No one told me about her. And she cried. But it's too late to say I'm sorry. Who sings that? How could I know? How should I? This is not another time to tell her she's not there. Now let me tell you about the way she goes. Shiva. Hey, that's an interesting way to spell it. Sup in Italy. Hello, hello. Shiva, that's a cool way to spell Shiva. Hey, I think it's so cool, Bryce. Sup, Henry John. Ooh, Laser Snake. Ooh. Yo, Ellis Airy. It's been forever and ever. Yeah, the Ellis Airy. And I can see you're into your can see into your who done it. No, what's it amongst us. Hello, is it Victory? I was calling Victoria. What's up, Victory? Hello, Victory Net. Interesting name. Go on, Thunder Raced. Raced. Yeah, race. Bellissimo. It's beautiful, right? Friendship, Italian and friendship on my life. It's bellissimo. It's when the as soon as Italy comes up, then I have to literally refrain from doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. But I'm doing an example of what I'm refraining from doing. When the sky hits your eye like some bigger pizza pie, that's amore. When the eel bites your heel, that's amore. I love that, when the heel bites your eel. When the eel bites your heel, that's amore. Yo, Victor, is that your name really, Victor? I love that name. I'm fantastic. I just discovered a new cool name. It's like Victor and Thor. Victor. And okay, wait, and then there's Victor, Victory Net. Okay, in Ukraine, fantastic. Sup in Ukraine. That's the other person. Bellissimo, brilliant. It is. That means beautiful. Bellissimo. Bravo. So you learn more Italian. It's actually everyone should actually learn a bit of French, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, and obviously English, I suppose. We should all. That way we can at least like greet each other. At least say hi and then a bit more, and then. Because if I hear someone speak English who doesn't speak English, they're trying. It's so much respect. It's like, oh man, you're leaving your comfort zone to try and make me feel good. Yo, Daniel. What do you mean, never mind? You just joined and then said, never mind, couldn't sleep. Oh, you left and came back. What's up, man? Dog. Sleeping? I hate not being able to sleep. And then I love the idea of being sleepy. And it's usually in the afternoon, in the middle of the day, that I get sleepy and I want to sleep naturally. That's so funny. More Dean Martin. After I sing you a lullaby. But what does Dean Martin even sing? Because Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis were a thing. What is Dean Martin's song? Levan Heden. Ik kan niet Afrikaans praten of verstaan. Ik is baie jammer. So I did an Afrikaans joke, everybody. I said I can't speak Afrikaans, and I'm very sorry. And I said it in Afrikaans pretty well, I think. He did a plate. Ooh, like a plate. What do we plate? We made you a plate. Like what? Like is it like figs and all? I'm trying to think of a Dean Martin song. Oh, Mambo Italiano. That's so funny. That's Mambo Italiano. That's so funny. I don't know. Everybody loves somebody. Laser Snake. What's a shame? Doesn't shame. What's in shame? Dizzy Deverish. I'm trying to think of a Dean Martin song. I want to my brain wants to go other the swooners like Sinatra's, and it's like mistakes. I've made a few, but then too few to mention. Bryce. Ooh. Exactly. Well, that's right, because Dean Martin was there with them, correct. But then the amount of movies that Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis did was crazy. Like, if you watch the Jerry Lewis movie, the movie about life. Oh, what, laser snakes? But you didn't ask the question, did you? You didn't ask the question whether I could speak Afrikaans. But I answered in Afrikaans that I can't speak it, so therefore I can speak it. It was being ironic, laser snake. Oh, yeah. No, Bryce. It's similar to Dutch, but it has French thrown into it and everything thrown into it, actually. But it's closest to Dutch German. Ik kan een beetje Afrikaans gepraat, ek is nie baie goed nie. I just said I can speak a little bit of Afrikaans, but I'm not very good. And then you always repeat yourself, no. So I'm not very good not. It's weird. Never quite get the grammar. Exactly that. The British and the Dutch wars, exactly. And that's when the British invented like concentration camps and stuff. Yeah. It was quite weird as well because it was Smuts was involved, and so was Jan Smuts was involved, and so was Churchill. Churchill was actually sent. I think he was leader of. He was sent to come and stop it, basically. Jade Kennedy, hello. Faraz, hello. Small hands, little hands, tiny hands. Let me lift you up, my tiny little hands. I raise me up, so my little hands. Where you leave? I never leave. I'm always here. I live in Cape Town, South Africa. Yo, Jade! Did you see me now, though? Other than this live, because I got a video that's on 500,000 after the week. So I'm not sure what happened. I'm not as big stuff as I used to be. Well, sometimes, but not. Yo, sup? Ah, that one Cummings. Hello. Did I mention the last time you were here? Well, someone mentioned Latin, but there was a maths teacher who taught Latin. His name was Mr. Cummings, and he was one of the teachers that had enough of a character that I could do impersonations of him, and then everyone was like, Mr. Cummings impersonation, that's funny. Who wants to see one? He was really funny as a maths teacher, and he took his maths seriously. Took his maths real seriously. Oh. What's so funny? Laser Snake. Yeah. I've only seen you now in like 3 months. Whoa, that's hectic, eh? So there was a time when I was like, had videos viral all the time, and then the corona kicked in April, and then the algorithm got really good in a way, and they changed, and then they got messed up, and now they're just weird. Yo, Missy, thank you so much. No, Afrikaans is not formed from that, no. So there'll be no Zulu and Xhosa in Afrikaans, as far as I understand. There might be coincidental words, but it wasn't. Afrikaans is made out of the European languages amalgamating. So mostly Dutch, French, Huguenots, and German, that kind of thing. Did you hear that nearly half like stars possibly have a rocky face planet with? Now, I've heard a lot about that. I'm not sure which one in particular you're talking about, but I've heard a lot about like planets being discovered and water being found out there. And Missy, thank you so much for the TikToks. Shot, Jade. That'll help as well. Following me also helps with the whole seeing me thing. No, I suppose not really. Most of us live on our For You page. You don't go to our following page. Well, I'll go there when I need to, like, on purpose, support my people that I'm following. Hello, MZ Hill Cove. Hi. Yo, Daniel. Today, I saw that being explained. You saw the video where they hold up a grain of rice in the night sky, and the size that grain is, they then zoom in on that, and then basically they point at how many. It's not a matter of is there life. It's a matter of like it's nothing but life, and then the zones where we think there isn't life, there's another kind of resonating life there. The universe is a giant organism, and it's going to discover itself to be so in giant waves. Like what's happening between bacteria and rocks is what the humans are experiencing. Life is the same thing at different scales, different time scales, and different size scales, different magnifying scales. I'll discover that the galactical networks is a mirror of our like lung systems. We're a giant creature living inside out, upside down inside ourselves. And 3D is just where it's really dense and base. So there we go. So Jade, there we go. So Jade, when you talk about not seeing me, the rhythms have changed totally. So hashtags don't seem to do anything anymore. Like they don't make any real difference. a video can be doing amazing. Because there used to be a rule of like, a like is 10 shares, it gets seen by 10 people, a comment was 2, a share was 3, so a like, a comment, a share, and then if it gets repeated watch, that was a 4. Now I can see videos of mine that have enough likes to go to 100,000, but sitting on 40,000. So there are no rules anymore. TikTok's got its own thing going. And I don't know if it's that the algorithm's trying to learn so quickly, it's not really providing its service, just to, make sure the videos are watched according to their merits, and also to bring you what you want. I think it's so busy trying to figure out what you want that it's actually not doing its job. That's what I think is wrong with the algorithm at the moment. Which is like a person who's, instead of self-studying, they're trying to apply their state to the world, and their state isn't understood. Therefore, they're applying error to the world. TikTok's a lovely metaphor for life. Stay in school, kids. No, just kidding. I was actually like, cool, nice thing to say, and then I could throw a comment in after that. I'm not sure about that, Bryce. I'm not sure if that every single star has something orbiting it, but that's, I mean, then you couldn't not have it. But I mean, even with that said, there's life, different types of life. I mean, just because, do they have to be, on average 5.8 feet? Do they have to go, hey guys? Do they have to go, what's up? Life could be so much more, and they could be way more intelligent. It doesn't need to express itself by building, bicycles. The way we see life, the cognition of having to do 7 things to be life, it's all going to redefine. No, but that is Bryce and Daniel. That is facts. As in the CIA, they've named the species, they've named who we've been interacting with. At the end of the day, outside of the swimming pool, when we talk about aliens, there's only one being, and it's replicating. It's going into different time spectrums and getting different type of technologies and returning to itself to repollinate its own energy. So the aliens are technically gods of the universe. That's how they want to be understood, actually. They just said that to me. Told me they must tell you that. Oh, and they also said that anything I say is not half nonsense and half truth. And that anything that is true, the opposite is also true. It's called the law of polarization. Yeah, so there are doctored videos technically, but I mean, we've been reverse engineering technology since the 40s, man. Everything that's out there, we've also can do and produce, and there's basically degrees of security, so to speak. Yeah, and so Daniel, a lot of that, when you talk about that and stuff, like everything that everything on the internet, everything, the tall whites, Andromedans, greys, whatever you're going to discover, do it because you need to assimilate it, not because it's literal. So a lot of what we're being fed is science. It's metaphor, basically. It's not literal. And then there are literal beings, but they're going to be more diverse than the greys, the thises, the that's. It's a limitless universe, and each person is self-creating the universe and themselves in real time. And what you hold true is true. Because the law of cause and effect says whatever you think, say, and do has an opposite effect. Hence, you're creating yourself as well. Not really, Jade. No one really wants to hear a dirty joke. Probably has to do with like mud. It's a mud joke. It is definitely. You don't. Well, it's called the tin hat thing. Is also, it's a psyop. The tin hat's a psyop. It's a psyop about psyops. They said, listen, you've got a tin hat on, and then you're fine. But that was just so you drop your guard. So the people with the tin hats on are the most danger. That'd be a cool thing to put out there. Jade, yeah. A lot of people don't know South African, and then they're like, hey. Oh, did I say off funny? Bomber. You bomber. Yay. How are you? I'm the bomb. Thanks, bro. I'm the bomb. No, you the bomb. Bomb. I know it's a bomb, but I'm the bomb. You the bomb. I'm the bomb. We're all the bomb. Yeah. Off. 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 Off uniquely. Pronunciation. Always remember to use the correct pronunciation. There's irony there, not pronouncing pronunciation right. People with lisps piss me off. What? Yep, they piss me off. Yay! Cool, Jade. That's alright. So it is Jade. I'm saying it right. Or was it Jades? Yeah, you're. Or was it JD? Right. Hey, there's another Jade in here. Sup, man? Balloons, bubbles, people's dreams. Dumbungus fan, yo. What's poppin' with you, Jaden? It is Jaden, right? I'm getting it right. Jaden. Rad! No, they're not really joking. You said I'm the bomb. What do you mean you're not joking? How can you... Oh, you were saying I am bombing as a being. Oh, I knew that. I was playing along. I was warping my perception to make my reality more palatable. So I warped, I'm bombing into the bomb. Yeah. You keep doing that with people, eventually they're going to like you. They're like, oh, it's a great deal with it. I didn't like you at first, but I like the way you dealt with me not liking you. But you were joking, I know that. I pretend everyone's joking, and everyone's my big fan, even if they try to take my shins. I'm like, you like me. That is funny. That's so good. That's so good, Daniel. It always confused me, that lisp had F in it. Why the fuck? Samantha! Howdy! How do you get to go live? You need 1,000 followers, and then you just, where you'd upload a video, you scroll across. Yeah, so you passed halfway mark. Sweet. JD, cool. Ah, that makes sense. I think I remember that. Thanks to Fortnite Jesus, Dumbungus. Appreciate that. Sweet. Chillin' and grillin'. Rad. He couldn't be killed. You shoot him and he just 3 days later, he just freaking resurrects and carries on. I like that. Chillin' and grilling. Zach! Zachwell, hello! Sup, Michael? Van Beerda, also a fellow South African. Nice. Yeah. You need 1,000 out of 16. Yo, you do. But you need to be 18 to get gifts. But 16 to go live, which is weird, because if you're 17 and someone gifts you what, then can't get shut down. How does it work? You know what I mean? What happens then? I did, Michael. I already said hi. You say hi. You say hi, Garth. I didn't have to say hi, Garth. I'm just being... whatever. Rad! I knew it, Michael. I freaking knew it. So JD above you. Sup, Xavier? Hi. Shut, Michael. Thanks for saying hi. Helena Mabelesa. Could be Mabelesa. No, I think it's Mabelesa. Mr. Fantastic. That's a cool name. Fantastic. Like a snake. Mr. Fantastic. You know what they call me? Mr. Fantastic. That's a character. That's a really cool character. Just be developed from there, like his mannerisms, and definitely a 70s pimp of some kind. All in like snakeskin. Sup, hoodie girl? Daniel. Because Comedy Store would have, what's the end one, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it have franchised? You think they would have franchised Comedy Store? You know, just put it in every state, and if you do really well, you get to go to the other bigger venues, you know, that kind of thing. Go for it though, right? It's like, so you must. If you've got half the inclination to do it, you must do it, because so few people are willing to do it. It's a rarity, basically, and if you can get anywhere in it, it's like not a lot of competition. There is, but there's not really when you get down to it. There's actually a need for more people to want to do comedy. I live in Cape Town, South Africa. Oh, you know that. Well, no, I live in Cape Town, in the deep south. Sup, anime dude? Yo, I'm 41. Michael, 41. Sup, anime dude? How's your day going? Hope you're having a good day. Okay, nice. Horse Phoenix, up. Hey. Sure. Yeah, teachers used to get angry with me. When I was listening, I was like, this teacher like that, and so they would laugh, and then a teacher who laughs at a student trying to make them laugh is taken less seriously after that. Really? Durban's hitting the rain. Nice. Take a lot to take me away from you. There's so much more you could ever do. I bless the rains down in Durban. I bless the rains. Werner, stop. More. Michael, this is my job. Cool, eh? Michael, that's what I do for a living. So, when they tell you to listen in class, it's not true. You can yeah. So yeah, I'm basically a stand-up comedian. I'm 41, doing comedy for 20 years, but TikTok is my main source of income. No, it's cool, Samantha. So you need 1,000 followers, and then you scroll across. Yeah, so you're halfway there. But you need 1,000 followers. Ooh, anime dude, not cool. What snake was it? I hate snakes. I don't hate them, I like them. I just the sharp teeth parts that inject venom. That part scares me. Hey, are you live?
No.
Okay, I'm just saying because everyone's like.
No.
Okay, answer's no. It is cool. It is very cool. I'm very happy. Yeah, I get to play basically and be a goofball for a living. Awesome! JD, I'll see you now. Excel Afrikaans praat van nou. Hoe gaan dit? Werner? Oh, Werner. It's not like I can say your name properly. It's like, Werner. And I'm like, Werner? Ons sal praat Afrikaans. En sip koffie. Ja. Koffiehuis. It's duidelik. It's a weird duidelik. No, it is. Just, supposed to say, yeah, it's duidelik. No. I like it. It's nice. Ooh, a black racer. What are those? Obviously, it's a small black snake that goes past. Very hectic. Shakaka. Shakaka. Shawshank Redemption. Ooh. Shish kebab. Shaq. No. You're out of there. Go on. You're out. Emma. Who handed it? Shot, Michael. Thank you so much for liking my live stream. Young. Lol. Shot. Thank you. Okay, cool, thank you. No need to thank you by a... Whew. Okay, een pikkie Afrikaans klee in a book, but it's nie by a good knee. I stole that from Faulty Towers. He was like, you like my English? I learned it in a book. I learned my English from a book. And then I do it Afrikaans. I'm like, ik kan Afrikaans gepraat, but nie by a good knee. Ik het het geleerd in a book. Yeah, Cape Town. Yeah. I'm still in Cape Town. Discipline. Samantha. Afrikaans isn't the best. Shot, Michael. Hey, want Jim Carrey looking at this live? Shot, that'd be amazing. That was a really cool thing to say, James. And it's really great because James Eugene Carrey is his real name, and TARDIS, time traveling Doctor Who, and Jim Carrey was the main thing that I used to discover that there's only one being in creation. It's like, okay, I'm impersonating him, and every time I think about stuff, then he makes a movie about that stuff. Wow, how's it all connected? Shot, James. Thank you kindly. Yeah, you got a cool... The whole mission's great. James Geek TARDIS. Laugh hard, run fast, be kind. Amen. Every creature said amen. So, A Place Called Happy Pills is actually... It is like 18 TikTok creators that use the hashtag. We're all like, duets with each other, support each other, and that kind of thing. But before that, it was a meme page on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook. And then before that, it was the name of a one-man play that wrote A Place Called Happy Pills, and it's basically about a dude meeting people on a journey, and it'll be like the Buddha, a famous musician, and then the whole thing was written as a comedy, but to discover that a spiral that he's actually just talking to himself the whole time, and that's A Place Called Happy Pills. If you always know you're talking to yourself, then make of it what you will. That's so funny, Daniel, because there's a Monty Python skit with the yacht in it, and it's like, it's a guy's surname. It's like, yeah, we're introducing Mr. whatever, Yatch, and it's like, no, it's not that. Yeah, but it's spelled like that in the thing. I mean, and then eventually, the guy's like, no, it's not. It's spelled Yatch, but it's pronounced mouth wobbler mangrove. It's this weird, like, they don't actually say, they say Yatch in it. He introduces him as Mr. Yatch. It's a weird word. It's obviously French or something, eh? Yacht. A Yatch. It's a weird word. Just snuck in amongst our English and we treat it like it's normal. Okay, you remember if you watch it. Ik het nou net opgestaan. Ooh. Mumbleware tuna. You too, Varna. See, I quickly translated back to Afrikaans, said Varna, then went back to English. Shop for sharing the live, Emma. Hey, Pineapple. How you doing, dude? Awesome, and dude, have a lovely day. Jade! JD's back. Stop. Welcome. Mm-hmm. Hey! Tux, Ethan. Although I suppose the name doesn't stay there, it means they've popped in and then left. No, Tux is back again. Hi, Tux. Believer. Sup, Michael? I just uploaded the video to TikTok. It was so good. I got it off Pinterest. It's so funny. They redid that song with animals making a noise, and it's just, I thought it was hilarious. Someone's already giving me trouble saying, oh, you're re-uploading memes. I was like, yeah, well, it's a good one. I don't normally do that. Yeah, first one. Right, JD, you should go for it. So is it the S series you have to like download all the games? Is that what's going on? Believer. Got me on, you got me on, believer. I actually know the words. I just, hey, da, da, da. I just got it in my head because of the video this morning. Jim Carrey does more of like a pulls his in a bit hectically and then drops his eyes and then pulls an eyebrow. Kinda do it, yeah. Oh, hectic, man. Chandelier! Chandelier! I wanna sing from the chandelier! Chandelier! It's like two viewers. Oh wait, whoa! I wanna sing like a chandelier. Not bad, right? See ya, I got it. I can do it. Games from your old Xbox to your new one, then you download them from there. See? Weird, right? I think it's worth spending extra 5,000 and getting... Yo, dude! Real Alpha King! That is such a cool name, dude! The Real Alpha King. If it doesn't say the Real Alpha King, it's not the real thing. Sup, dude? How you doing? How's your day been? I don't play any games at the moment. I will be playing in the future. Hopefully you're going to get a 21 and I can game on my phone. Oh, sorry, Kaden. Someone's asking me to sing Chandelier. Yes. I wanna swing from the chandelier. Not bad, right? Hit the note every time. Awesome. My pleasure, Samantha. Alison, Bella Pursue, Annabelle, da-na-na-na. I forget your name. It's Wilco. Is something here? Was it? Oh, that'd be good, Caitlin. We should do like let's do a chandelier off. You have to sing the. We have to sing like, you have to sing that thing, and then everyone has to do their chandelier off. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. And everyone has to do their version, and they call it the chandelier challenge. No, don't play any mobile games at the moment. My brain's not up to it. Yeah, moderators. They mute people and stuff and do all kinds of cool things. Rizentar migrates to the UK. That's cool, Emma. Shop for sharing the live, Alpha King. Daniel, I was actually thinking, I can actually do that. I've got the space. So what you do is like, I download the game, create a server, let everybody know, and then we all play that game. So tempting. Brilliant, Caitlin. Let's do it. It was terrible when they first in my lives, like, do the Indian Joker face, and then I thought it was like, and then I'd speak like Native American Indian. I don't know which Indian. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. No, those are Native. I'm sorry. I grew up for the last 40 years and we were taught funny. Rad, but I still say PS3 still kicks it, Sup, Jordan? Blimey. Shot off the king. Yeah, okay, then I can tell you the okay, and then I'll tell you the code, and then you can join my lobby, right? And then we just have games of that game. That's fantastic. So as soon as I get a nice phone, then it's worth it. Then I'll live stream. Yeah, I'll live stream the games to my live. What? Half a terabyte? So literally 500 gigs. It's getting crazy. So literally, you got I can only have that one game on my whole console if you've got a half terabyte console. Yeah. It's also I think it's I don't know like the name change is probably beneficial. Hey, John. Hey. Hey. I'm like a weird Jim Carrey character at this point. No, is it good? I'm really into it at the moment. Alpha King, Hitman Absolution. I played the very first one on PC. Mm. No, that's what's happening. Dan. That's what no, that's gonna happen. That's what this is all about. So at the moment, all I'm doing now, I'm basically drinking water, and as I get equipment, gaming is where it's all headed. That's definitely gonna happen. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's happening. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, legend. You. You know how tempted I am right now. Real Garth 217. Let's keep it real. No, seriously, I'm gonna change my name to that. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm gonna. We should all do that. Everyone was just to add real to the beginning of their name. Whoa, really, Aiden? No ways. Oh, we had this conversation before, didn't we? Remember, all right. As in, that was the thing. I didn't have kids. I've been for 14 years. And our thing was if we ever had kids, we were going to name the boy Aiden. Weird, right? So, like, weird. Because I wouldn't have raised him. No, I was just kidding. I was joking about giving kids to my brother and sister to raise. Because I was given to my mother's sister to raise. It's weird humor, right? Like, rubbing it in that it's a concept. Yeah, call me Cuckoo Bird. So it's semi-free. So you can free roam and play. It's not like mission after mission. You can just go around. Different things can happen. JD, totes agree with that. I'm doing it. It's done. I'm gonna do it now. As soon as I get off this, I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing. Aiden, sorry if it was weird. It's not going to understand. Sorry, weird story. Okay, so it's quasi free roam. Cheers, Aiden. I'm gonna change it to real Garth 217. No, just real in the name, not the real. That's actually an interesting concept, full dogs. I don't know about that as a concept. I'm concerned about that. It's a true, Alpha King. But I don't care. I'm real. Like it doesn't matter. Like they're not going to get my product. They can't, and they can steal. They can copy it and upload it. It's just going to make the guy that does this more famous. He doesn't care because he's an illusion. Oh, cool. I'm doing it. Changing it to real. I'm changing it to real thingy. Sup, Rubber Morty? Oh, it's rad. I can't wait to get gaming. Then I'll spend my whole day gaming and live streaming. It's true, full dogs. They wouldn't be the real full dogs. And unless it's the real full dogs, it doesn't matter if it says full dogs. Doesn't mean it's the real full dogs. Exactly. But even so, even not that they're trolls and haters, I don't know, guys. Can't we? Hey, Alpha King, you're here. Full Dog, you're here. Let's have a conversation now. Can we stop condemning the haters? Seriously, can we stop it? Because we know what they are. They don't choose to be that way. We shouldn't go. Do you want to turn your other cheek, or do you want to? Do you want them? Do you want to slap them back? And that includes in thought. A person who is negative and puts out negativity and trolls people is not in a good place. Okay, And if it's so hard to understand that half the people are there, what are you defending in them? What are you defending from them? Like, take my creation seriously. Who cares? You know what I'm trying to say? We're allowing beings who are on their journey to self-realization to be condemned by us. And if you don't believe that a person who's being negative has a less of a perception than you, you need to go look in your own heart then. Because if you want to believe that a negative person deserves your animosity on top of their situation, you're wrong. And I'm saying this now because I'm challenging myself in the real time. I'm going to label somebody else incorrect. I'm going to say that that's where they're at, that's their part of their journey, and they will put in front of me so that I can learn my next polished facet. In other words, what qualities are in them that I don't like, can I... It might even be the quality of judging them. They're part of their journey. We all have to learn. And it doesn't help being condemned while you're on that process. Plus, it probably has a knock-on effect onto yourself. So calling them a troll, calling them a hater, instead of understanding the origin of them, is technically judgment, as far as I'm concerned. You guys... Yeah, let's genius self. So let's reprogram ourselves, because also what it will do, you just reprogram ourselves to see them differently. A green flag will pop up the second they get marked as that. Special care. Special care. And you go, my ego goes, no, why should I? I had to get here the hard way by choosing to be nice. So that's your ego going, oh, I was nice, so they cuck and they must stay cuck because I'm nice. You see how you see how hectic the ego is. The ego, the devil, whatever you want to call it. It's going to use its newest intelligence against you to make you separate from the other. Instead of going, I embrace all is self. God is one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because we're only going to get more famous, and we're going to get more trolls over time, and I'd rather be like, fix them up quickly. Like, they approach you, you say, listen, I understand where you're at, I understand why you're being that way, no worries, the love attention you want, we're here for you. And if you keep doing that, then you can basically service more haters. You can service 20 of them in an interaction instead of fighting with 2. You can actually help them. Yeah, but you have to reprogram the way you were told reality works. There's a them and there's an us, there's armies, the world might as well be your inner world, basically. And you're dealing with your balance, your bank balance. So do unto others and be gracious and give leniency and basically go placidly. Because then reality will always land in your favor. Hence the meek shall inherit the earth. Literally. There's only one of us, only one being to inherit itself. There we go, Daniel. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we shouldn't. That's it. Because it's a part of the... Daniel, did you ever do better when you were criticized for your wrong? No. We don't like being wrong. Humans... So therefore, don't you learn the lesson the hard way. No, you don't have to force that on the next person. If you've got the lesson, pass it on nicely. Then the next advanced lesson will be given to you nicely. That what you do unto others will come... And that's just science, cause and effect. So, we're thinking, oh, they're trolling us, they upset us. Or we don't know the answer. We don't know if the person's trying consciously. We don't know if they are having a terrible time. We don't know if we don't know. A person could be on the spectrum and have abusive parents. We don't know. We don't know. And what you do know is that it all has the same origin story originally. And everything's headed to the same place eventually. So they get jealous because they got an easy version of it. You got a hard version or less version. Because relative to relative, there's going to be things that be you having the easy version. That what you do unto others, the whole universe does unto you in real time. So that's the thing. So Alpha King, as well, so we're just reprogramming ourselves. It's basically doing God's work, as corny as that sounds. Which actually eventually becomes a nonsensical statement because they're our work. It's you can't really talk about that absolute truth. It goes beyond the harmonics that our voice creates, which defiles us technically. If you're verbalizing error, more so. But the error is perfect. Therefore, you shouldn't really say much. You should just be in a state of good cheer. It's all very self-explanatory now. It's like our religions and our sciences and all the same thing. Plus, you know what I mean? You can imagine the people's lives that you will a person who interacts with you who then goes, whoa, it's actually nicer to be nice. You're changing the world, because 10 years down the line, how many people are they going to interact with? You say it's like deltas in a river. You're sending different river streams with different waters that are going to heal instead of, get to the ocean and half of it's polluted. And at least by the time it gets there, it's all cool. Fill dogs! No, that's a thing. So fill dogs, Max Square is also just misunderstanding his world. So, you would only troll because you're holding a certain kind of pain that you want to reinflict on somebody else. And yes, it's fun to mess with somebody's illusion, which is what it is. Everyone's living their illusion. You mess with it. A conscious troll knows that. That's great. But there's a better way to let them know they're living an illusion than upsetting them, so that you can feel good because someone upset you upon a time. We're capacitors. We're capacitors. We hold a resonance and then we release it. We can transmute it if we learn how, which is turning lead into gold, and metaphorically. And if you can't, the Roman Empire will fall, because you all become so stupid with the lead poisoning. God is never-ending self, technically, and sin is to forget that fact and then act against it instead of working with it. Awesome. Awesome, Emma. Check you later. Thanks, Alpha. And also, Alpha, you know that isn't me, as in me. I can't take credit for that. It's free flow. It's my whole life meeting in this moment, and then me talking without thinking, and then it's the truth of the, so it would be technically like, mood bodies. I wouldn't take credit. My Garth, the meat puppet, wouldn't take credit. It would know. But thank you. But you know what I'm trying to say? I suppose we're two or more gathered, and there we are. Reaper, away! Sup, Abor? Hello, hello. Hello, bonjour. Yannick. Sup, hope you're having a good day. No, I haven't been in any movies yet. No. That has a weird feeling in the market this morning. I was like, something's I said it first. Something's gonna happen. I'm gonna be put into an ad. Something big. Daniel. Okay, cool. I'm probably gonna go off anyway and take a break. So, okay, Daniel. Whatever you see in me is in you, my lord. Which is the whole namaste thing, Where two or more gather, that whole thing. Because technically, every person from their point of view is projecting their reality. So if you hear wisdom in it, if you see something amazing, it's basically yours already. Thank you for your thank you. I'm grateful for your gratitude. I love your love. I mean, what do I say by say? Zoda! Thank you so much. Really, you rock. Nathan! Osrin! This is Garth217 saying, sup, Nathan? Nathan Osrin, I hope you're having an amazing day. I hope your day's like the superest. Zoda, shot for the follow. Really appreciate that. Ellis is back. Sup, Ellis Airy? Ellis Airy is a very talented keyboard player. It's like, you mean a piano player? No, a keyboard. Well, piano is a keyboard, no, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. It's true. I mean, a piano isn't a keyboard. A keyboard isn't a piano. Yet it is. Yet, just like I'm not you, yet I am. Indian joke. Oh, I thought you like Indiana Joker. I'm like, weird. Hey, Jordan, have you the whole time waiting to say Indian Joker again? Not at all, my dear. That was weird. Sup, Indian Joker? Joker. I wonder what he's doing now. I wonder why he's big. Like, is he on Likey or not Likey in India? Jordan, thank you so much. I forget you, bro. The universe is at peace. You're the hero. You were sent here. You were the chosen one sent to Earth to fetch something. a spark of something, and then take back to your people. You're a bigger legend than me, Jordan. Just haven't realized it yet. You got to still a little halfway through your journey. And Jordan's like, no, I have finished mine. Jordan's like, I finished my journey long time. No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm a legend. I think it's so funny, the idea of someone being great and then being like whatever. So what? I'll save the planet again. So I'm bored. Let's go bowling. The person's got like a totally different one, like things that makes them happy. So yeah, I've discovered a couple of cures for diseases. So what? Hey, who wants to play Monopoly? I hate Monopoly. Someone always wins. There's never like a competition. It's like someone's winning and then they win. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Jawohl. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. I can speak 9 words. That's it. Can't speak any Dutch. But you said you could speak 9 words. I can't speak 9 words. I'm taking a little bit of German that I have and I'm trying to make like jokes with it. Not bad, right? Sure, like a... Okay. Speaking Sie Deutsch. I must actually learn that song Monty Python about money. There's nothing There's nothing quite as wonderful as money. There's nothing quite as wonderful as cash. Some people think it's folly, but I'd rather have a lolly with money. You can make a splash, 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 splash. Now the ruble's getting dearer and the French mark's getting. It's brilliant. I've got some thingies in my, but it basically just rhymes and talks about the sterling, British sterling, and basically just gets all excited about the money. It's a money show. I must definitely listen to it a couple of times and memorize it. There is nothing quite as wonderful as money. There is nothing quite as wonderful as cash. Some people think it's folly, but I'd rather have a lolly with money. You can make a splash, 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 splash. Good stuff. Speaking Sie not speaking. Sprechen. Oh, it's a sprechen. Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Thank you. I just got a German lesson. Thank you. Oh, wait, of course I can. Extreme Little Hemisphere. That's a great one. What a nice name. It is, yeah, Extreme Little Hemisphere. Oh, wait. I say a weird property to your actual name. What a cool name. Oh, wait. Say it again. That's so funny. Jordan. But I wonder what he's doing now. Riztar. Like, is he, Ah, brilliant. Was guten. Oh, brilliant. What's going on? Well, what's going on? What's going on? Or can you say what's guten? And then people will be like, what's going on? What's happening? Was guten? This is fun. Be good, Jordan, that's so funny. Yeah. I mean, he had 7 million. Oh, they opposed a lot of Indian followers as well. I mean, technically, he didn't have anything more than I've got. He was a bit more. He kind of worked out well. Did a lot of shirt stuff. Anyway. Sup, avocado monkey? Wie alt bist du? Wow. Quite a nice language, isn't it? Wie alt bist du? How old are you? Oh, that's such a nice language. It sounds like it. It's like shorter words relative. No, not very. It's because in my imagination, can German be spoken really fast naturally? Like it lends itself to being spoken fast. Could be my imagination. I don't know. Excuse me. Although the actual answer to the question is 41. Sup, car guy? How are you? The equals dir, die, and das. Okay. Okay, so you're like the Gans. Ganza. Is it from Gans or Gans? Rooyen Kruger. Sup, sup, sup. Sup, Mikey Fleming. Hi. I should actually go. I'm on too long. I'm supposed to be trying, because otherwise I can't download the video and put it onto YouTube. Cool. I'm gonna head out in like 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes. Stephen Roo! Hey, how are you? Sup, Dragon? Kaylin? Hi. Karine. Shot, Phil Dogs, and shot for being here. Ooh. Do you see me? Do you see me go? Can you make a YouTube video where you learn German? Not really, no. I'm gonna learn Portuguese and Spanish first. Although I must definitely learn Italian and German and French. Maybe I should do that rather. List the languages that I want to learn and then learn phrases in the different languages. I should teach myself languages, why not? But I wouldn't make a YouTube video about it. Okay, does James Bray do that? Okay. It's such a clever thing to do, actually, because you'd end up getting a whole German audience, wouldn't you? Look into languages, because I think I'm intelligent enough now to assimilate languages. Like a Borg. Borg. Assimilation is inevitable. What is that? I said assimilation is inevitable. Ethan, weird, eh? And then everyone's asking for that now. It's weird. Cool, babe. I'm heading out now anyway. 2 minutes. Heading off. Go change my name to Real Garth 217. Which is quite clever, because then people are going to see my videos and then go see the name and go, that's not his name. And then they're going to go to the account. And then, while they're there, they might as well look at some more of my content. Haha. Nothing like manipulating the collective conscious for my own benefit. Lucia! Hey, Lucy! It could be Lucia and Pup. Geordie! Is that pronounced Geordie? No, it's pronounced Geordie. God. That's not as Geordie. Geordie Mauritius. Moritz. Ah, there you go. It's Geordie Moritz. No, it's not. It's Geordie Moritz. English is funny, right? Although maybe English makes you learn patterns and then the contradictory patterns so that you end up trying two possibilities really quickly with your mind eventually. In other words, English is designed to teach you. Maybe everything is designed to teach you. Maybe everything's a learning aid. Maybe I'm talking in the terms of what I know so I can plant seeds. Crit. Flip. Coec. What is that? What is a coec? Oh well. I should actually explain to other people. Hey, well, I should actually. Well, I don't know. Like, as in, I did humor there. There was African / people overseas wouldn't understand it. But the person with the GROOT and then it's grut, it's big, and then flip, and then the other word. I don't know. It's in this context. It's a lady's, private parts. But I think the word directly translated is like something you've baked. I think. So it's actually technically like a. But then again, you can use that word in slang to describe a person in different scenarios. It's really about the inflection. Words are weird, right? It's like 25% what it is, and then 75% how you want to use it. 54. I'm going literally now. I'm logging off now, like 10 seconds. Sup, Mr. South Africa? In South Africa. I live in South Africa, Cape Town. Like, boy. I'm really good, 54 CB. Really good. And yourself? User 253378287547. What do you want? Sick of you. I'm just kidding. I don't even know who you are. You're just another me. Snesh Mosomi. Mosomi. Thanks for sharing the live. I feel really bad because I'm literally logging off as we speak. Like, I'm logging off now. Everybody have a lovely rest of your Sunday. I probably won't go live again today. Alpha King, changing my name directly after I get off of here. Have an awesome day. Shop for being here, Full Dogs, Alpha King. Who else we got here that I recognize? Baybor! Yay! You have an amazing day as well, Baybor. Shop for being here, Mike. It's so cool you can see all the pictures of people at the top there. Awesome. And 54, thanks again for sharing. Sorry I didn't too much. Mofo, how's your timing? I'm literally leaving. It is currently 12:30 in the afternoon. Ah, Mofo, it's so cool. It's still really bad because I'm logging off as like you literally caught me in my final little okay bye guys speech. Shop for being here though, dude. TikTok Davian, what? What is not a conversation? Salvador, yo, sup? So sorry, Mofo. Like I have, but I don't know what to do with this live. It'll be too big for my phone. And also, like, my wife's with friends, and I should probably say hi. You know, Salvador, sup? Cool. I'll say bye now. Okay, bye everybody. Take care. Catch you on the right lot. If you missed the live, it'll be on my YouTube. Mofo, but definitely, tomorrow's Monday. I'll be live most of tomorrow, so you should get to catch one of them at least. And then, yeah, all my lives are technically going on my YouTube now as well, so you always go watch them there. Although it's not the same watching me just talk to myself. Bye, TikTok, Davian. Oh, hectic. Yes, you're here as well. That's horrible when you today. Mofo, you stay awesome. Stay as awesome as you are. Yo, sup, Owen? That was literally me saying bye. Sorry I didn't get to talk to you, Owen. Salvador, catch you on the next one. Good with this freaking wind. It's hectic. It's disturbing. I can actually feel it coming through the like the walls technically. Hey, sup, Mr. Duma? How you doing? I'm literally logging off. Sorry to everyone who's just arriving. I feel so bad. Jessica's. This is hectic. Yeah, Owen, of course I do, but I want you to have a conversation. Sup, bye. Okay, I can't keep going. I'm just off like 7 minutes ago.